A ver.
Fall by my hand. What's in here?
Sandalias alegres. Tiene lo mismo. Lucero del alba. Valina. Cimitarra de Goblin. Guantes de poder. Cubo de pinchos. ¿Qué era esto? Antorcha. Yo creo que ahí, ¿no? Cuídense del vampiro, cuídense de su fría belleza, cuídense de sus encantos, pero sobre todo cuídense del pálido noble. Robinson. César, ¿cómo estamos? Aques. Kellenboro. ¿Qué es esto, el Señor de los Anillos? Fame. Ya.
Time to press ahead. What's up for discussion?
You're not versed in magic, are you? No matter to worry the unlettered over. If you meet any elder wizards, let me know. There is a matter I'd like to seek advice on from a master.
Oso se los llevó Ken, perro.
Speak. Chook, you believe you can survive without me? As you say, do not keep me waiting.
Need something? Oh, what's to tell? I'm a magistrate back in the city. It's all rather tedious.
Este es Shadowheart.
Something the matter? Fine. What's on your mind? You're not the kind of company I'd keep willingly. And I haven't forgotten that you saved my life aboard the Nautiloid. Perhaps I'll be able to return the favor. So that's to say you'd like to pry a little. You do seem like the type, I must say. My, look at you. Straight as an arrow. This isn't the tadpole I'm speaking to, is it? The personality seems a little lacking. And that's the vessel you chose. I jest. It's good to know you're not entirely without a sense of humor. Shall we? And I've revealed all I'm willing to. Now I suggest you let matters rest. Or else we'd better part ways.
Nivel 1. Hey, Timmy.
Go ahead. I'm listening. Let's see. I hail from Waterdeep, city of splendors. I am a wizard of I have a cat, a library, and a weakness for a good glass of wine. And if the mood takes me, I'm known to try my hand at poetry. There.
Me da risa que se presentan como cuando en realidad juegas el Dungeons and Dragons.
Didn't that paint enough of a picture?
For a split second, you see a swirl of untamed magic. Then his defenses drop like a portcullis.
Out! That was uncalled for. Not an eventuality I'm entirely unfamiliar with. Nevertheless, please don't try that again unless I invite you to. With pleasure. Lead on.
Voy a dejar al vampiro también.
Need something? Oh, darling, I'm hurt. I thought we had something special.
Este, man.
I guess I'll spend my evenings lounging here. It sounds awful.
Está bueno. Ay, se cambian de ropa. Ah, chévere. What? ¿Y este de aquí? Está haciendo un 2x1. En lugar de espejo tiene un hechizo para verse a él mismo.
Be with you in a moment. Not a trick, my friend. Magic. Be that as it may. Ceramorphosis. What does it make you think of? Spot on. Day 1, fever and memory loss. Day 2, hallucinations and graying skin. Day 3, hair loss and blood leaking from all orifices. Need to go on? Day 4, excruciating pain as the skeleton and organs reform and reposition. Day 5, the host personality has disappeared. Fingers and toes and limbs elongate. I take it you get the picture? Day 6, the flesh around the mouth splits to make way for tentacles. Day 7, a mind flayer is born.
En 7 días.
This is the annotated version, of course. Spot on again. Our orifices remain blissfully unblooded, our heads remain clear, and our blood temperature normal. Any expert will agree this is abnormal. I'll toast to that. The pragmatic in me, however, sees only the silence before the storm. Something to sleep on. We should get some rest.
A ver esas ropitas. Oh. Muy bien, la waifu.
I couldn't help but overhear. Well, alright, I could have helped, but didn't. Anyway, I feel the same. Other than the occasional mental exchange, it's almost as if we're not infected. The voice on the ship told me I'd become a beautiful weapon. What do you think it meant? Huh, adorable. But your timing is awful. Whatever the Mind Flayer's plans were, those dragons spoiled them. That doesn't make our situation less dangerous. Either way, we can't take the lack of symptoms for granted. We have to find a healer. Well, I've said my piece. Get some rest.
I saw you getting a lecture from our magical friend. I have to say, I thought you'd look worse, but no. Not a tentacle to be seen. Indeed you could. We're all doing surprisingly well. I'm not taking anything for granted, of course. First sign of change, and I'll have to stop that. I am open to suggestions. Knives, poison, strangulation, whatever you'd prefer. I don't think poison is for me. Nor stab. I always felt decapitation was a fine choice. One good swing and then nothing. But we were talking about you. What'll it be? A fine choice. Now, to use sword or axe. Or saw. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is all a worst-case scenario. If the last day has taught me anything, it's that now, let's get some rest. The sooner we start tomorrow, the better.
Bueno. A ver, ¿cómo está la lagarta que dice que?
Grow inside us. Our bones should ache. Yet we thrive. Keep your rest short. Time is not our ally.
Let's see what this does.
Digo, puta, ¿qué le va a hacer? La va a morder.
One crisis after another.
¿Dónde nos quedamos? ¿Cómo veo mi journal? Habla con Kaga.
This is about your precious Baldur's Gate.
I care about our lives, our futures.
No, you just care about your stupid apprenticeship.
Take that back, right now.
Refugees, adventurers, no one in years, and well met. And thank you for beating back those goblins. Is there anything you need? Act fast if you do. The ritual will be complete before... I know it's drastic, but more monsters seem to terrorize this region every... We druids will be safe. As for those that took refuge here, well... May Sylvanas guard them as they continue their travel. As I said, it's a drastic measure. There just aren't enough supplies to support everyone. I pray no goblin... Nettie could put you to rights. She should be with the others in the inner chambers. But I doubt she'll be taking on new patients. Just some bits and bobs I no longer need.
No.
Of course it does. You would choose strangers over us.
¿Cuánto?
Not what I said.
Can we stop shouting? No?
No competente, armadura pesada. Tengo yo ahorita armadura ligera.
Calm down. Please.
I won't leave them behind.
You're going to get us killed.
¿Y dónde está mi oro? $217 tengo.
Sylvanas guide your path.
Bueno, vamos a hablar primero, después compramos cosas.
Hells! We can't just leave. They're kin!
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once.
Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blazing spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay! These people aren't fighters. We can help!
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
What? The dangers of overpriced taverns and muddy streets? I think I'll take that risk.
The city's not going anywhere. I'm staying.
Zerg! Fine. We'll stay.
Thank you, Roland.
Don't be grumpy, Roland. This place is a bloody death trap, not a sanctuary. You down on your face would frighten a troll. This is no fortress and we're no warriors.
That orc seems a little too interested in me.
He stares right past you, as if you're invisible. Or boring. He's still staring right past you.
Me quiere robar, creo.
Show me again. Oh, I don't have any money or anything to sell. My partner does that. What?
Hasta niños lo grabaron.
So don't steal anything. I'm watching you.
Hold out your hand, mister. Let me show you something. Go on. Take this ring. It's lucky. You haven't seen anything yet, mister. Go on. Take the ring and watch your fortune change.
¡No! Pifiado. Oh, ahora sí.
Weeping, bleeding hells! Okay, maybe you don't need extra luck. But since you're already holding the thing, call it. Heads or tails? Tails it is! See? That's the kind of luck you get from one of my lucky rings. I've got more where that came from. Real cheap too. Interested? You got it. One sec. That's what I got.
Puros anillitos.
Nothing caught.
You suddenly feel something moving against your back and turn.
Ay, por poco no lo hace.
You see her hand in your bags and the shame in her heart.
I can't do this anymore, Mattis. I'm sorry.
Please, let us through. Let my daughter go right now!
She's a thief, hellspawn. And you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back!
Oh, let me through, Mragrasham, or I'll rip your damn throat out!
¡Ve! Ahí están los osos. Tanto que los pedían.
Come, Magrin, give him a chance. You, get back! No, and you'll find trouble all the same unless you get out of my sight.
A moment, Giona.
What? Oh, I understand. You. Apparently Korga wants to see you. Go ahead.
I do wish I could understand you.
Ve.
You there! Ah, my good friend. You were at the gates just now, no? When the goblins came? You saw them up close? A few questions, if you please. There's no overstating my interest. Glory. Now then, how would you describe that particular batch of goblins? Size, nature, distinguishing qualities?
You search your mind, successfully recalling various details of goblin behavior.
Goblins were of a rare, jam-colored hue and wielded and the dragon they had marching in the rear, was it of the brass or silver variety? Witnesses failed to notice the obvious dragon.
Que se quiere inventar el
Last question, then you'll be quite free. Did the attackers rally to the absolute when they fell upon the gates? They did, didn't they? I've interrogated one, a captive in this very camp. She reports they've abandoned their god Maglabiet in favor of someone called the Absolute. The scandal! Never you mind. I'm on my way to their camp as we speak. I always knew my studies in Kukliak would come to some use. My friend, until we meet again.
Se inventó lo de las... Aelari, güey. Elwin. Carrick. ¿Qué es? Puedes hablar hasta con los animales.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please. I'm sorry.
This is madness, Korga. She's just a...
A what, Wrath? A thief? A poison? A threat?
Me.
I will imprison the devil. And I will cast out every
¿Quién los ha Dañado todo, perro.
Girl? You mean parasite? She eats our food, drinks our water, then steals... Wrath, lock her up. And keep still, devil.
Come, Koga. We took back the idol.
Do it. I hear the Tree Father's spirit in your words. It is as you say. Sifisif, Tila, to me. Out, thief. My grace has its limits.
It hurts.
Thank you, Koga. Master Halsin...
Halsin isn't here. Keep his name off your tongue, lest Tila pierce it.
Oh no. I hate wolves.
I didn't realize you were frightened of wolves, Shadowheart.
I know that look. You're wondering why I was in pain before. It's just... It's nothing to do with the tadpoles, at least. It's just something I have to live with. Quite a lot, if I'm being honest. But it always passes quickly, so I can manage. They're ravenous predators with fangs like daggers. Don't be surprised if I'm reluctant to face any more. You will? Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
That woman has more venom in her heart than a snake in its fangs. What is youth if not a time to be forgiven for one's transgressions? Couldn't agree more. The girl wasn't innocent.
Something the matter?
No le puedo decir que me espere.
The game. We've shown them once. We take Grove law seriously.
Go on. Say it. You think I'm a monster? Yes, you would say so. I know your kind. You see only villains. A viper bears her fangs, defending her brood. I call her mother. No matter. I took back the idol of Sylvanus, and the rite is resumed. We will seal the grove, free from harm, free of intruders. The rite of thorns. It is the Tree Father's gift that none... The grove will be cloaked in bramble and thorn. None of this can happen while Outlanders infect us. Sylvanus demands that we choke them out. A disease of the flower must not reach the root. Pluck the petals, sever the branch if you must, but cut out teachings of the Tree Father. Do you agree? Then you know I heed his wisdom. You showed great mettle at the gate. I want you to provide your services to Zevlor. Offer to guide the Outlanders out of the grove. They're to be gone before final prayer. The Viper must strike. You will do more. This tale ends but one way. With the Outlander rot cleansed.
You did well to speak up for the girl. That snake is fickle. A tragedy prevented. Nothing befitting a child. Nothing befitting any... We've let a snake replace our leader. She will see the tieflings driven out, or worse. Master Halsin. Perhaps goblin called, perhaps dead.
He'd set Mistress Korga back in line. More will die if the rite is finished. So many more, sent into a world gone mad. Would you? I would give anything to see Halsin return home. Sylvanus' blessing upon you. Halsin is an elf with the presence of a bear. He left west with the adventurers. You won't mistake the first druid for anyone else. Come, Silver. Stay close.
Ellos son druidas.
Thorv's fur bristles. He wants to jump, wants to bite. His eyes dart back and forth as he sniffs the air. He can't see them anymore, but he can smell them. Many, many strangers. His ears twitch as he lowers his head down into your lap.
¡Oh! Convence al perrito.
Speak. Find Nettie in her room. Through the carved door, deeper in the grove. The bird knows. She needs to know. You do not.
La pistola. Pifia.
Forgive me. More follow Korga every day. They are afraid, and she offers a simple solution. Eject the refugees. A druid and an outsider. Only Master Halsin can stop this. If not, I fear for my people. I would... But if Master Halsin does not return, Korga will give the...
Fit. Desbloqueamos el ascensor. Se fue. Ok. La famosa ardilla.
The squirrel lunges at your foot and bites it. follow the squirrel's gaze to a pair of clumsy, ugly feet. Looking around, her territory extends from one end of the grove to another. She studies you for a moment. After a final squeak of warning, breaks.
Una pequeña baratija, dice. Poción de velocidad. ¿De qué hay un enemigo? ¿Cómo diablos? Shadow Hat se quedó atrás.
In striking distance.
Falló. Me envenenó.
May the dice roll in my favor.
Este Gale vale Gamer.
Death is but a word away.
Pesa demasiado, no se puede empujar.
You have good timing. Never been much of a fighter, so wrestling a bugbear would have gone. But you're not here for heroics, are you? Let me guess. Your devil mistress sent you to get her soul coin back. Too bad. I earned it, fair and square.
Natural.
That bloody Irenes. Devils just can't. Here. Now go back to the pit that made you. Why, thank you. Now take my regards back to that pouting Irenes and leave me alone.
Voy a ir a buscar a esta pendeja que se quedó acá abajo.
My pleasure.
Se quedó bugueada de ahí.
Never a dull moment. Breathe deep and move.
Aquí dice que encuentra la sanadora.
I need a quick word.
Please leave. Our hospitality...
What will the tieflings want next? Letting the Hellchild...
Ah, cursed to put my hands on everything.
Aquí está.
I see you. Just give me a moment. A moment. This Moneticemos. There. Now, What was it you needed? You found her, but I still don't know what she can do for you. Come here. You seem healthy enough. A bit tired round the eyes, maybe. Crawled in? Did it look like a tadpole? But from your worst nightmare? All slime, teeth, and... Come, follow me. I might... We need to be quick. This way.
There's something in...
This one had the same problem as you. Attacked us in the woods together with some goblins. Tadpole crawled out of his head soon after. Seems so. Give. It's why he joined the adventurers on their expedition. A pity you got me instead of him. He understands these things. You don't have to be here.
I'm interested in the procedure, actually.
All right. Let's see what we can do. Of course. Now, tell me what's been happening. Any symptoms? Strange events? Victims can identify each other. How'd you pick up the parasite? Halsin was desperate to find where all this was happening. A mind flayer ship? Look, you've been straight with me, so I'll be straight with you. But you seem like a good soul. This is a vial of wyvern poison. Swear to me, you'll swallow it if you feel any symptoms. The thorn? Coated in a fatal... I don't have a cure. I'm sorry for misleading you, but I had to be Now, do I have your word or not? Swear it. I hope it doesn't come to that, but, you know, I've spent my life treating folk and never once saw a mind flayer infection. Master Halsin and I were tracking them, studying them, trying to figure out what... Because you should all be changing. There should be a small army of mind flayers out there. But you're not. Weird powers aside, for one, that thing in your head is like nothing we... It's one of their worms for sure. But this one gives you power. Not yet, anyhow. Hard to say, but there's a lot we don't know. Infected. Folks like... When Master Halsin heard the adventurers were heading that way, he saw a chance to get answers. Whatever he found there, he didn't make it back. I think so. I hope so. I've sent birds. You, though, you're one of them. Technically speaking, I mean. If you can find Halsin and get him out of there, we can discover what he learned. And perhaps he can save your life. How's that sound? Thank you. I wish I could tell you what happened out there. All I can say for sure is they all went to the old temple of Selûne. Good luck out there. And if they... Step at a time, Nettie. Come on.
Why not? Never tried it, and I hope to keep it that way.
Quick draft than Ceramorphosis, nonetheless.
Ahora sí. Hay que buscar a Halsey.
That girl. I don't care what Mole says. Stupid and reckless.
You ever scare me like that again? Mom, I'm fine.
Our little Hellion told us what happened. Thank you. Don't know what we'd do without her. Likewise.
Thank you.
Colgante de comida.
That might be worth a look.
No se ve nada de eso. Sí, para Play. Sino que se está demorando en descargar, entonces dije, ya no lo voy a alcanzar a jugar hoy. Pero ya está descargado.
Step, parry, strike, damn it! Nothing but. Goblins in the wild, out for blood. You need to be ready for a fight. But I'm useless with a sword.
Mejor que no lo puse a jugar porque no lo iba a poder terminar.
Step, step, strike. Yes! You really know what you're doing. Found this by the road. Bet you'll put it to good use. Hopefully, it's just the goblins we have to work. But I'll keep at it. Thank you.
Hacha guerrera.
How many people are dumb enough to ask?
Go on. Give me a best shot. Not bad. Again.
I can't do it. I'm not like you.
Umi, I don't need you to be like me.
Mañana.
You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this. You're on the right path, Umi. Well met. The blade of frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. You are the blade of frontiers racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn.
Hell's great fires. You were on the ship. You saw her then. Advocatus Diaboli. Her name is Karlach, an archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill.
I tracked her through the hells to the Mind Flayer ship, but the damned Illithids infected me before I could end her.
She's out there now, preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses. I like your thinking. Besides, I watch ready when you are.
The famous blade of frontiers in the flesh. Clever.
Hero Blade. Name strangers gave me. My friends call me Will.
Excellent. If we ever become friends, I'll know what to call you.
La quiere robar.
Look who's here. I saw you at the gates. You fight well. A few words for the kids? Spare a story or two. Thanks. I prefer when they smile.
Any questions, children?
Quiere matar a mi diabla. No. Yo estoy aquí, salgo y voy por acá.
The Blade of Frontiers at your calling.
Karlach's fires raged in Baldur's Gate before she escaped to Avernus, as my source told it. And she was planning to return. One of the archdevil Zariel's own, Chaos Incarnate. She fled from my reach, even climbed aboard the Mind Flayer. I can't bear to imagine the lives Karlach might be taking, the damage she might be doing. A powerful friend with a keen interest in privacy. All right. Anything more we should discuss? My father once said, one does not pursue a champion's life, so it was for me. I was hunting near the Cloakwood when I heard it. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after. Proud? No. Angry at the monsters preying on innocents. Angry at the so-called good gods. Angry at myself that it took so... The frontiers demanded a blade. And so I heeded. And it's nice to me. Having a worm wriggling in my skull didn't instill much... With you as my ally, the future looks a little less daunting. It's made from pure bloodstone, carved from the Galena Mountains just north of the Moonsea. But that story is reserved for lifetime friends.
We've known enough grief this 10. Don't be the... No helping it. We're exposed now.
You're the one who helped at the gate. Glad to...
I heard what happened. If the druids are this far gone, then it's not... So we can risk violence here, or face it for certain on the road. Quite the choice, isn't it? You saw what they were willing to do to... It's Korga's influence. Without her twisting things, I believe the druids might see sense. A low thought. But the druids would slaughter us. We'd have to get close. I can't manage that. But they've already let you pass once. It doesn't sit well with me either. But to get these people, you'd be well rewarded for the risk. But if that...
No, sir. But if there's a clear path past those goblins, they'll find it.
of course.
Looks empty.
Sube la escalera.
Goblins, gnolls. So many ways to die.
Used to think that goblins would kill us the second we set foot outside. Well, I still think they'll kill us. But at least we can put up a fight. Plenty of us fell to monsters already. I don't see the rest of us like. But if you're so sure we will, why not put a little gold on the line? I'm sure you're good for it. After seeing you at the gate, I'm sure you'll last longer than us. Excellent. And since I ain't one to leave, looking forward to it.
Goblins, gnolls. So many ways to die.
¿Y cómo busco a la diabla, pues? Por acá. Y no se puede subir más. Salto. Me muero. ¿Dónde está la trampilla?
Commander. Just Zevlor, Tilly. We're civilians now, remember?
With respect.
Brujo.
I'll talk to the guards at Baldur's Gate.
How long until Roland shows off his thunder wave?
Quit in the middle of your shift.
You sound like your father.
How many people are dumb enough to ask?
True.
And we'll have a dog, right?
They don't allow them in.
A little orange cat. And a house with a little...
And a high fence to keep eavesdroppers out. Thanks.
What about you? Big plans for when you get to the city? I think I've heard of that place. Something... It's settled, Dennis. If we see you there, we'll get you a pint.
You'd die if I met Leroican reeking of this place. I'll never get the smell out of my clothes. I'll have to burn them. We should have left by now. Instead, we're just sitting here, practically begging to be attacked. Staying is a mistake. You don't... My apprenticeship with Leroican begins shortly. Yes, that...
I've heard that name before. A young man, yes? Lives in Ramesses Tower in the...
The very...
Word in Waterdeep has it he's a bit of a cad. But you...
Of course he is. The greatest spellcaster along the...
In that case, I'd very much appreciate it if you could arrange an introduction, should we reach the city.
Common gossip. I've admired Leroican for years. Never dreamed. But I've worked myself to the bone for this. Few can... The names Roland and Leroican will be known far and wide.
Don't be grumpy, Roland. We'll get to the city soon.
I am not grumpy.
You! Fancy a bowl? Best to fill your belly now, while we still can. Look, the only way we'll make it to Baldur's Gate, if a gnoll catches your... For some salt.
Gachas.
Thanks for fighting off those goblins. My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my equipment in Elturel. Of sorts. Used to be a bread and butter tinsmith before. Learned a lot in my time in the Hells. Hope to forget most. Alas, my offerings are far more humble these days.
Quiere 100 por el arco más 1.
never get the smell out of my clothes. Hell's have to burn them.
Doesn't taste half bad.
How long do you think we've got before the
Goblins, druids. This grab what you can and get out.
We should be getting drunk at least.
Rup. Maple, ¿cómo estamos? Tanino. Gerardo. Salute.
You ain't gonna shoot me.
Put it down.
That's the point.
She didn't kill your brother, Arca.
Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. If you ever had it to begin with. Looks like the Absolute sent me a protector. You, move!
Oof.
You're damn you. Why do you care if a goblin lives or dies? If you believe anything that...
It's all right, Arca. Let's go.
Let me out, you bunch of softies!
Tiring business, isn't it? All this Why don't we take a little break? Allow ourselves a few moments of rest? We've been on the road together for a while now, haven't we? Ever since you were kind enough to free me from that stone, I've seen you the way you stood in front of a crossbow, the way you got Korga to release... In short, I've grown to trust you. The reason I make a point of saying this is that I've grown confident enough to tell you something. You see, I have this condition. Very different from the parasite we share, but just as deadly. The specifics are rather personal, but suffice it to say that it is a What it comes down to is this. Every so often, I need to get my hands on a powerful magical item and absorb the weave inside. I can say no more on the matter. Just trust me when It's been days since I last consumed an artifact, since before we were abducted. That is why I turn to you. I need you to help me find magic items to consume. It is vital. Dare I say it? Critical. We've already done the finding. In fact, you have one in your possession.
¿Cuál es?
You know for yourself how hard-won such an item was, and it will be no easier when even more are required. There'll be danger involved, or great cost. Splendid. I'm sure we won't have to look very far to find what I need. Faerun overflows with... As do our packs, as a matter of fact. We have such an item already, and I hope I can count on you.
No sé qué objeto habla.
Ain't sure why you... It's too late to make friends, warg meat. They're gonna burn this pretty place for the glory of the Absolute and hang you by your guts. Goddess. We're burning her name across the face of the Absolute is gold from the sky, she is. The blessing in the storm, and my tribe can tell you everything there is to know. Absolute got a whole lab set up. Cooks up potions that fix our lads. No man could probably stick your head back on if someone would.
I'd sooner swig a flask of acid than anything a goblin cooks up.
It's the truth. Get me out of here, and I'll tell you where to find her. Deal? You need me. Get me out of here, and I'll tell them what a good friend you are.
Chucha, está buena esta decisión.
Suit yourself. Looking forward to... Oh, you thieves are all boring. Even your cages are boring.
Mira este pedazo de lo que sea.
I'm gonna buy the heads off your kids and your birdies
Ajá.
and your dogs.
Un secreto. What?
Glowing eyes are rarely a good sign.
Shut it! Boss would rip you for talking that way.
He's boring. Another one.
What? Como no puedo cruzar por ahí, pues.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Take you.
Sí, pero lo di en el campamento.
Onward then.
All right. What now?
Shut it! Boss would rip you for talking that way.
I don't need any attention right now. Breathe deep and move.
Voice out. Still need answers. Did some bleeding arts show up to save the druid? I'll cut you. Kill him!
Sí, me mataron a la Shadowheart. No. Shift C, esa hueva. Me la mataron, perro.
Calm and quiet, that's the way.
Best think ahead, or I'm lost. Best be on my way.
We should set the whole grove on fire.
Shut it! Boss would rip you for talking that way.
Well, at least we got the druid to keep ourselves entertained. He's boring. Let's
find another one. Did some bleeding arts show up to save the druid? I'll cut you to pieces. Kill him!
This is my time.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Finding my way.
Ready. Have to keep going.
Hijo de puta.
Rook to queen 6.
Buenísima. Al fin la reina 6, le dice el hijo de puta. Una bestia, perro.
A long way to go still.
Take your
Oh.
Have a lot on my mind and, well, in it. Light on my feet.
Se quedó en el aire, ¿ves?
Let's have a look.
Ah, aquí se podía haber hecho algo.
Anything of use?
Antes que se genere otra huevada, de una vez voy a grabar.
Better be careful not to trigger that thing.
Get me up, would you?
Tiene algo, ¿no?
Out of sight, out of mind. Bit of caution never hurt.
El Will.
Be quiet. Nice and quiet now. Should mind my step.
Con el fuego, ¿no? Y una vela.
What?
Nada. No sufrió caso, no sufrió daño.
Is that blood? No, never mind. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Sí le gana a Starfield en muchas cosas, pero
Let's see what this does.
como es otro tipo de RPG de todas formas. Uno bueno.
Something over there.
Salí por aquí.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
People up ahead.
Something's wrong.
I can't stop the bleeding, Bray.
You're a true soul. You can't die. Please, stay with us.
I don't think he's conscious.
You, not a step.
A strange symbol glows, marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
No. Ahí fue.
He's hurt badly. An oil bear got him deep. If there's any...
I'm watching you.
The injured man locks eyes with you. A familiar squirming churns in your head. Your minds intertwine. You see his sibling.
Protect them. He's a true soul. Mind him. He will.
Edwin! Ed!
He's with the Absolute. You're a true soul. Edwin, do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin.
What? Are you... The Absolute is our goddess. She's going to rip down the... Then we'll be the ones with the power. Well...
A true soul like you, has been chosen, and when the time comes...
That fellow was infected like us. Is this the mark of a true soul?
I don't know any druids. We know that all too well, sir, but the...
We're looking for fugitives. Survivors from that ship that crashed farther west of here. What? And just... I suppose he'd want us to go on.
May the absolute...
They spoke of the absolute. Same as that goblin's sad...
Strange power resonate. Your limbs move of their own accord. Why let its host's memories go to waste? The tadpole has absorbed it all. Its experience could nourish you, strengthen you.
No, no pude.
No use. Compulsion takes over. Your actions are no longer your own.
Lo guardó. Un pendrive.
Things abandon their hosts as soon as they need to. Vile parasites.
Estoy buscando a Carla, pero no la encuentro. Es para arriba, creo.
Still no symptoms.
No sign of tentacles so far.
Rubén. Sí.
For a knot of worry in my stomach that's in no rush to go away.
That I can relate to.
Owlbird tracks. Its nest must be nearby.
No traps, please.
A guardar. ¿Cómo era F5?
You should consider a new name. Take it you have some suggestions? The Wizard Wonder. Or, how about the Master of the Week? Tempting, but I think we might already have them.
Aquí está Carla.
So gentle. That's not how I was taught.
Cruel words strengthen neither heads nor hearts, Shadow.
I wouldn't quite say that. I learned a lesson, after all.
You came to resent your tutor, I bet. I taught them to fight.
Perrito. Rasca. No.
The dog lowers his hackles, his head tilted inquisitively. Convinced that you're harmless, he turns his attention back to the corpse. Around his neck is a collar etched with a name, Scratch. With a deep, heartbroken whine, the dog bows his head. The dog whimpers nervously, as if to urge you on. The dog looks at his owner with sad eyes. He does not move. The dog sniffs your hand, his tail swung low in understanding.
Si le robas al dueño te muerde, me imagino.
Might be useful.
What did you mean before, Gale? A woman with shadows for eyes, you said?
Merely that if the eyes are the mirror to the soul, yours have dark curtains across the mirror. No offense taken, I hope.
No, not necessarily. I haven't made up my mind about you yet.
Can't give up now. Never wanted the easy path.
One horn, the stink of Avernus. Advocatus diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The blade of frontiers.
Muerte por snusnu.
Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you. Bloody right. An honor to be chased by the blade of frontiers, but I...
A great heat roars through you. Her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood. The blood wall. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
What was that?
Evidence. Proof that you're a devil. A gladiator in the archdevil Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out...
Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
She's trying to trick us. Don't believe her lies.
You saw the truth. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, and fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to... Finally home. Or near it, anyway.
You served her. That's enough to damn you.
Will catches his breath and his lips straighten. Sheer dread twists his face.
You don't know what you're saying. You're asking me to trust a devil.
Listen to sense now. I don't want this to end badly for either of us. You know monsters, right? Better than anyone. Look into my eyes. Can't you see I'm not what you think?
Shit.
You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
I'm Karlak, but you already knew that. And you are... Well met, soldier. Nice to meet a friendly around. I may not be a devil, but I can put the Blade's reputation to work. How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards? Little background, if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good. Really good. It turns out I've got a knack for killing demons. That made me a valuable asset. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. But Devil, Zariel liked it so little. She sent a bunch of goons, so-called paladins of Tyr, to take me back. Problem is, I'm not going. Fuck yes! They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I get. Then we can work on evicting this parasite and take Faerun by the short hairs. Sound good?
I like her. She looks like she could throw me over her shoulder and carry me to safety. Should the need arise.
Uf. Tijerazo, bro. Qué bacán.
I'd hug you if it wouldn't scorch your skin off. Hang on though. Looks like you've got enough backup at your side. Not sure there's room for me. I'll catch up with you when it's time to camp for now. But don't get to any of the fun stuff without me. Got it?
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly. I can say only this. Karlak's not the only...
You sound like a man with the 9 hells at his...
You're closer than you know. One night soon, when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance. You're not in any danger, I promise.
Vamos a ir a ver a la... Vamos a regresar. Ese hijo de puta.
That's curious.
Defender of the people.
Let's get going.
You seemed quite forward with your compliments earlier. We'd only just met.
Seize the day, I say. More now than ever.
Careful you don't pull a muscle in your haste. It's been a while since these two breathed their last.
Whoever they were, their equipment's no use to them now.
On my way. Good idea, I think. Something good here, I hope.
So,
My, what manner of place is this? What would suit the mouse smile? Then down came. They do. Well met, I am Raphael. Very much at your service. Neither. The fox, rather. Hiding, of course. What I have to say, this quaint little scene. Come.
What the frick?
There, middle of somewhere. The House of Hope, where the tired come to rest. Go on, but it might just be your last. Are you not entered? What's better than a devil you don't know? Am I a friend? Potentially. An adversary? Conceivably. But a savior? That's for certain. Come now, why play hard to get when you're in one skull? I could fix it all, like that. And what is madness but a denial of reality? Still, I have a feeling you'll change your mind before it's changed for you. Try to cure yourself, shop around, beg, borrow, and steal. Exhaust every possibility until none are left. And when hope has been whittled down to the very marrow of despair, hope.
Qué gran actuación, hijo de
Such
puta.
a tease. All those pretty little symptoms sundering skin. One might say you're a paragon of luck. I'll be there when it runs out.
So, Will, what was the Blade of Frontier's toughest kill?
Ah, it was a great scrap. A hungry
Strange.
minotaur with a
It looks healthy, but it's stone dead.
A dead boar. But it doesn't look like it's been touched by scavengers. The carcass seems to be fresh, only a few hours dead. Looking closer, you can see the skin around its face is...
That's curious.
Para acá es que hay que ir.
So, Will with a Y. Why?
Why? That's right.
But why?
Why? A great uncle's name, my father said. But I just figured he couldn't spell.
Seems simple enough.
Moonhaven.
Enemigo. Este es el TikTok, brother.
Just another crate.
A feast fit for an ogre. You notice a peculiar dagger protruding from the tough, leathery meat.
Valió verga.
The dagger is tightly embedded in the carcass. You notice nothing unusual. Strained by your clumsy technique, the blade snaps in two. Sharp metal fragment pokes out.
Quiero ver las opciones para streamer, para no que no me baneen.
Just another crate.
As you approach, a guttural scream and a succession of then a low moan. Someone or something is having a bit of fun.
Leave it. Whoever's inside doesn't want an audience, and I don't want to fight.
What the hell are you doing?
Ruined. Smash. Oh, smash you!
Disturb a half.
Si le gano me da 59. What? La verga. No vale la pena. Más que dice que a Will y a la Shadowheart no le gustó la decisión.
Very well. Open up.
As you approach, then a low moan.
Leave it. Whoever's inside doesn't want an audience.
What's hiding here? Don't waste a step.
Weapon blueprints. The master blacksmith's work.
Not too refined here. Just quick ideas sketched out.
What's inside? Looks like an ambush. A clumsy one.
LOL.
Liam isn't here.
You didn't make it this far. You saw the rabbit.
Están bajando recién.
Good move, maybe.
What's the plan? Got to move.
Cinco tiene.
With haste. Today you fall. Two steps at a time. Victory is assured.
My faith will protect me.
Strike hard, strike fast.
Yo sé que la otra está adentro. No se pueden bajar por un hueco ni nada.
Light on my feet. Coming through. The witching hour.
What should I do?
On the move.
Can't risk being in open view.
A ver, desde ahí le puedo dar.
Fleet of foot. Cover. I speak, they burn.
¿Y cómo me pego? ¿No? ¿What? Fue a través de un hueco.
Mine is the advantage.
Ahí fue.
Never wanted the easy path.
Quedó en el aire. El Bear of the Year.
It's been a long day. I need to rest soon.
Dice que ya quiere descansar. Estoy cansado, jefe, acaba de decir.
What's in here? I'll give it a shot. Let's have a look. Here we go. What's hiding here?
Llave. Se me muere Gale. ¿Qué Gale? No puede ser.
How much farther can I go?
Moonhaven.
Creo que como el juego también me está pidiendo ya descansar, voy a aprovechar para guardar. Así que voy a dejar aquí. Ah, aquí hay uno de teletransportación. Se supone que tengo que ir acá. Debe ser que por aquí es el camino. Bueno. Ya pues muchachos. Lo voy a dejar aquí guardado. Ah, no, voy a ir al campamento.
Can't believe that devil just took us into the hells with a snap of his fingers. If I see him again, I'll wring his neck. I could just feel it. Raphael was his name, right? I'm not playing. Glad you're not either. Trust me, I'll tell you all about it after we take care of the goons on my tail.
Y voy a guardar y voy a dejar las conversaciones para después. Bueno muchachos, nos vemos, cuídense, descansen. Chau, 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 chau.